Hi, welcome to my channel, Kindred Spirit Readings. I'm a psychic and medium. I will be reading for all 12 signs of the Zodiac. If something does not relate to your sun sign, please check your moon and rising. This is your general and financial weekly reading for the 1st to the 7th of March 2021. Let's begin. So Aries. You are comfortable with your lifestyle, you're knowing your worth, you're believing in yourself, the vibes are good, everything feels great, it's fantastic. There is a situation on the side where you're fighting with someone and it doesn't look good and it's not a healthy way to live, obviously. If somebody's argumentative, stay away. It's all the more reason for you to keep your distance. And you know what? Avoiding it at all costs is the only way to see things through at this point. Because it's not... You know, you're a changed person. You've come a very, very long way from who you used to be up until now. You know, even in a few weeks, you're constantly going through cycles of change. So this is something for you to take on board and really, really just enjoy the ride. Do not let anybody else get in the way of that success and that good feeling. Okay, your cash flow is good, it's steady, but it's good. So no really major issues there. Taurus, keep your money to yourself and try not to overspend. I see you talking to another person, almost looks like an advisor, regarding you're thinking they're problems on how to increase your cash flow. They're not problems. And I wouldn't stress about this too much, but on ways to increase your cash flow, and that's, to me, that's, I see that it's to do with business. I see that you need the advice of another person and you're meeting with this person and asking them, you know, what do I do to make things just, you know, boom, which is really, really good. Sometimes we need the advice of others, but that's what's going to be a main focus this week, is if you're really wanting to make it happen. And I think seeing or speaking to other people that are professionals in that field, within that field, is quite a good idea. Just, you know, you don't have to do what they do as they say. You just take on board what they've said and dissect it your own way. Okay. Gemini, look, you've been feeling alone or lonely, as if you're not supported. So that's sort of getting you down. You've been feeling down. So this week's going to be a bit of a challenge for you. It's been uneasy in the last few weeks, but leading up to this coming week, this is going to be a bit of a struggle for you. And look, a lot of it has to do with addiction problems. Okay, there's too much drinking or smoking, or there's definitely a habit too hard to break, and it needs to be stopped. It just needs to not be the it thing for you anymore. Okay, we all enjoy to, you know, have a glass of wine or this, you know, but it just depends on what you consider to be a comfortable way of relaxing, and you know, overdoing it, not a good idea. Now your cash flow could be better. Try to focus on making that be better this week. So yeah, I mean that's all I've got for you this week, but I think the emotional side of you is quite prominent, and that's something that you might have to work on. Cancer, your reading was quite intense. In fact, letting go of nostalgia this week. Okay, now you've probably mastered that, and that's fantastic. That's great. And I reference a movie to what I'm about to explain, right? It's a movie that most of you may have seen. It's called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right? So you've got this this prisoner who, in order to escape prison labor, he fakes insanity, and then he's transferred to a different ward for people who are mentally unstable. And when as he arrives there, he then comes up against a cruel nurse, and he has to now face that type of confrontation. What I was getting to regarding this movie, the fact that you finally got yourself removed from that nostalgic state, or perhaps if not nostalgic, then removed from that feeling, you are now, or situation, you are now facing or up against a beast, or perhaps facing an underlying issue. Perhaps you created something you shouldn't have created in the first place. Okay, this is really, really important. This was alarm bells ringing when I was focusing on your reading. So have a think about that. Your finances are stable, nothing really too out of place. So that's for you, Cancer. Okay, Leo. Leo. The first words that came to mind were all hell breaks loose. If you're not careful, okay, reality hits. Finally, it really hits. It's time for you to actually face the music. For some of you, you're loving the people around you, the company of others, but for some of you, your partner is tiring you out. Really, you're so exhausted and you're not wanting a bar of them. It's almost as if you look at your partner and your eyes are rolling in the back of your head. I know that sounds horrible, but it is what it is as I see it. And for some of you, share the love even if you're not feeling it, or if you're not in the moment as your partner may be. Otherwise, why else are you there? Okay, so Virgo, this was a very up and go get 'em type reading. Get ready to sign on the dotted line was the first thing that came to mind, okay? You know, you're discovering something big about yourself. So this was huge. It's time for you to shine, okay? So let go of all the worries. They're all minor worries anyway. There's absolutely nothing for you to worry about at this point in time. This week is going to feel like a breeze because you finally nailed it, okay? And on top of all that, there's a whirlwind of money. It's as if you're swimming in a pool of gold. I know it sounds great, right? But just keep that in mind. However you translate that too. The week starts off with an aha moment as well. So keep that energy going. That's really important. You always know how to get back up on your feet too. So you start the week off with this great energy, and then the rest is going to be just so easy. Okay, Libra. Finally, the penny drops is the first thing that came to mind for you. Thinking and overthinking about an issue regarding a person which doesn't serve you anymore, or, you know, it doesn't serve its purpose in any way, shape or form. You need to take time out and pat yourself on the back. This was a really clear message. This should have ended a long time ago. It's a relationship. It's it almost, and I don't want to say it in a way that you would, if I say, for example, it would have, you know, killed you. It's not literally going to kill you unless, it would have, you know, damaged you in ways psychologically maybe, and you don't want that. So you got out when you saw the chance. It's I don't ever believe it's ever too late. You just, you know, you did what you could, and you finally made it through the rough. And you know what? There are better days coming for you. Your finances, look, they're in the background somewhere. They're sort of floating around, but they're not really. Your finances aren't really the number one focus. You know, you're fine to get by and enjoy yourself and everything, but I don't think that's the main focus. But you're doing okay, so everything's, yeah, it's fine. Scorpio. So we're focused. We're walking around as if, well, that you're walking around as if you don't know what to do with yourself, but you look like you're focused. It's a really strange one, right? You're walking backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. It's, you know, you could be standing, you could be in the middle of, you could be at home, just standing in the middle of your lounge room, and you are just backwards and forwards. That's all you're doing. It's a very, you know, I'm frustrated and eventually I'm going to pop kind of feeling. Don't. You're not saying much, so your facial expression says it all. You look very frustrated, but you're with very few words. You look, keep this up, and eventually you do your own head in. It's not a good way to be. It's not. You're not balanced. You're not relaxed. You know, you cover up for it very well, but seriously, not good. Your wallet's empty, but you're acting as if you're totally fine. So, you know, do whatever you can to maybe try and focus on how to start building up and saving, or working on a separate account to, you know, have something to fall back on, so to speak. So that's your week. Good luck with that. Sagittarius. So, you know, you've accomplished a lot, something which means a lot to you, and this is work related. This is very, very good. It's very positive. But with you, enough is never enough. Okay, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just, you know, rest is for the weak for you. You believe in keeping on going, and look, I'm definitely not going to say that's a bad thing. My moon is in Sagittarius, so I totally get it. And that's one thing that I really, really actually like about my my Sagittarius traits, is the fact that having that is, to me, it's a quality. I don't know, everyone's different. Your mind is really focused on your prized possession, and that is you. Nothing wrong with that either. Your energy is great, but others can't keep up with you, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, this is a really great reading for you. You're going to have a really great week, very, very positive week. You know, you've just got, you're focused on one thing or 10 things, but you're getting your shit done. You're getting everything done. Everything is on time, on point, however you want to put it, and it's really good. So don't stop. Whatever it is, don't stop. Money's in the pocket, but keep quiet about what you earn. I mean, obviously there are people around you seeing that you're doing really well, or that you're putting in the extra hours. That's not up for discussion with other people. It's none of anybody's business. You just keep doing what you're doing and don't talk about your private stuff. Simple as that. Capricorn. Look, you're not really phased this week. You know what the problem is. It's to do with relationships, but you're not doing anything about it. You might think you are, but you're going about it the wrong way. And to help yourself, it's to help yourself, but not others. The realization is heavy though. You're not giving a crap about what others think. Now, this could be a problem, because to a certain point you probably should, but in the real world, most of us just do what makes us happy, and we, get on with whatever. But if this is to do with relationships, if you could be hurting somebody or compromising somebody else's situation, and you're just doing it without thinking twice about your actions. So take that as you will. You're not in a good place, but you think you are. Your emotions could be running high. You're probably on your last legs about how you feel, about what you want to do, about how you want to, even your behavior is a little bit erratic. It's a little out of place, out of sorts. It's different to the norm, okay? Just watch that. Be mindful of that, because you don't want to be doing anything silly. Money is strolling along, if you will. No real dramas, no real issues. So yeah. Now, let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. The time to be steadfast. I really like your reading. You know, there's a great new opportunity. It's about to arise. And you mean you're too smart, honestly. Not that, yeah. A great new opportunity is about to arise. Promotion, okay, it could be a promotion, but after some careful consideration, you may knock it back. And this is not a bad thing. It's just that, you know, you're reading between the lines, you're reading all the fine print, and that is one of the most important things, the most important parts about any opportunity, that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. If you do take it on board, you should probably take your time reading the fine print and take as much time needed altogether. It's not it's not paying as much. This, you know, getting a promotion isn't just like the be all and end all. It's probably not paying as much as you had anticipated. And look, your financial status this week, money's good, but then at a loss. So take one step at a time, and that's to do with this opportunity that will arise. If you do have an inkling about something, ask about the money. It may be a little too low, okay? Financials this week, they're good. It's slowing down a little bit, but it's nothing you can't handle. Pisces. First words that came to mind were impromptu type of situation, okay? So the week starts off nice and steady and then falls heavy into your lap. You will have a lot of time wasters lurking around, okay? And they're in your face and it's really annoying. When they turn up, be gone. Simple as that. They're only trying to put you down or turn you towards the wrong direction. You realize it, but you're not stupid, so you'll know what to do immediately, and you'll just, you know, be on your way, and you know, you don't need that, and you'll know that. So that's a really good thing for you. Not so good to have time wasters around, because obviously money is great, savings are better. Thank you so much for taking the time out to tune into your reading or readings. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the 12 zodiac signs.